It had the safety standards of a poorly managed dental office,
Right.
according to the inspection that was done beforehand. And so a lot of people have, so anyway, the NIH, it gives out the currency of all of academic medicine. It sets the entire research agenda. And so the research agenda of American medicine for the last 20, 30 years has been the philosophy of Francis Collins, which is that the gene is responsible for most of our health problems, and the gene can fix most of our health problems. And so everything is about manipulating the gene.
Right.
And so you go to the NIH prior to Jay Bhattacharya being there, before we all came into office, you go to the NIH Institute of Environmental Health, and what does it say on the homepage? That we were involved in identifying a gene that may be involved in obesity.
Right.
It's like, heaven forbid you get out in the environment to look at environmental exposures that may cause cancer. And so the entire research agenda worldwide or nationwide has been set by this culture of the gene is. And so Francis Collins it created this project a few years before COVID called the All of Us Health Initiative, where it collected the DNA of 1 million Americans, 1 million plus, I think it hit 1.2 million Americans, gave their DNA and genetic information to the government to unlock cures. Well, they, of course, because they were focused on DEI, boasted that 80% of the DNA they had were people who were LGBT or came from what they called Latinx communities or African-American communities. Yeah, of course, because they're trying to unlock health disparities among different groups. Well, the entire research project, which cost billions, has yielded nothing, zero. It's been a giant wash. And when COVID hit, they said, we're going to pivot this to unlock how COVID works. Of course, it yielded nothing. It was a giant failure. But this is a little insight into how Collins and Fauci set the research agenda. And when Jay Bhattacharya came into power at NIH, they moved the All of Us grant program outside the director's office so that he would have a tough time cutting it. And look, when I came in office, this place was a mess. This place was a mess.